Hi all, this is the Matchbox Mercedes-Benz G36 6x6, whatever the hell it's actually called. It's a stupid long name. Oh, no, that's exactly what it is, Mercedes-Benz G63, okay, AMG 6x6, wow. Jokes aside though, this is one of the most interesting Matchbox casting in a long time. This is obviously has 6 wheels, and I'm pretty sure you don't get this from Hot Wheels anymore. Obviously, Hot Wheels back in the days had a lot more 6-wheeled, 3-axle vehicles. They had the, I mean, for the $1 range at the very least. Wow. Can't talk today. Well, that's just every day for me though. I'm like perpetually drunk, even though I barely drink anything and haven't drank for like ages now. But anyway, Hot Wheels back in the day had like the Lickety 6. They had the that French Formula One car. That's well, French, British, whatever. Formula One car. They had like 6 wheels. Oh, it's a Tyrrell 6-wheel Formula One car. They had a lot of fantasy models like haulers and other things. Oh, this is going great, isn't it? They have 6 wheels, but there's barely any now. I don't think there's any in the basic range. A lot of the castings have been modified from 6 wheels to 3 or 4. God damn. 6 wheels to 4 wheels, and they're not really making any new castings with 4 wheels. For instance, one new casting that would have made sense with 6 wheels would be the RV There Yet, which is a really cool kind of tuned RV. Well, basically with 6 wheels. That's designed by what's her face, Lindsay Lee. I think I seem to remember. But that one had like 2 pseudo wheels, faux wheels, kind of like just a facade that looks like wheels, but just actually plastic parts. It's only the front and back wheels are actually well, real working wheels, which is a shame. But Matchbox still at least has this one as their 6-wheel offering, and it's really cool. The obviously because Matchbox are like Hot Wheels also only $1, the compromise they come up with is just look at this fully blacked out windshield because there's no interior. Now there have been variations with interiors. There's one for the Toy Fair, and there's also been one from their premium whatchamacallit, super fast range. But it's a really cool car in general. You see the spare tire at the back, full deco at the front, deco fully decoed up on the back. It's a really nice car, nice model, nice toy. But the thing is, with the 6x6, it's really big, and like it's just, for instance, one of the things I have, for instance, this Mitsubishi Evo, like you put it next to each other. Well, this being not 164, much smaller than 164, you can just see proportions are fine. It's Matchbox are always good. Scale-wise, it looks a bit weird, and you want to be reminded about how humongous this Mercedes is, right? Well, in come Era Car, and this is the Era Car model of it, true 164. You can just see how big it is. It's much bigger than any of the than the Matchbox casting. It's the size difference is honestly not as dramatic as I imagined, but it's still pretty noticeable. Yeah, it's big, man. It's big as supposed to. This is not my first rodeo with Era Car. I had their Suzuki Every, which turned out to have a broken wheel. I tried to roll it and immediately fell off. That was not fun. I had to get a replacement. This one, I'm glad to say, did not have any that kind of serious problem, although it does not roll either. You can see the middle axle is already starting to get stuck. I'm not really sure what's happening. I think the tires is rubbing the fenders, which is a bit of a shame. I seem to be unlucky with a lot of quality control stuff. Like Mini GT, I don't think anyone has had such a terrible experience as I have. And in terms of Era Car, most people seem to report that they roll fine, but mine don't. This one doesn't roll very well, and my previous one just refused to roll to the extent that it just broke. But as a model, it's pretty good. Now, one thing I do have to notice, I do have to point out is it has opening doors, as you can see. This one is really good. It's held on nice and tight. It's not gonna. You actually need to be exert some kind of force. This is weird because, you know, I'm doing it from an angle due to the camera and everything. You do have to exert a little bit of force and try to pull it out. You know, it's not easy. My best option is to just hook it out with your with your little finger, with your pinky. I mean, I guess you can pull on the side mirrors. I don't think that's a good idea though. It's really nice. You see the side mirrors chromed in as well, which is nice. Yeah, but this door is really nice, but this door, you can already see it's trying to pop off. You can't push it back, but like any sort of like shaking and stuff, it's gonna fall out. Which is fine. It's not a big deal. It's just not. It doesn't have as much friction as the other side does. Again, not a big deal, but you can see, yeah, it just immediately falls open. That's fine. And even as it opens up, you can see it kind of drops a little. But again, not a big deal. It's really cool, you know. There's not a lot of true 164 brands with opening doors. It does not look like shit. Okay, this is maybe a bit unfair. M2 machines opening doors aren't always shit, but they do have a bit of a quality control problem. They're not always gonna close very flush. This, you can see though, the lines are not bad. I mean, you can obviously see the difference between these doors and these doors, but I mean, these look like realistic door lines. You would not think that they are more prominent than the lines say here, but like honestly, it might just look even more realistic. So I'm definitely not going to complain about this. Whoops. But yeah, you can see this one just try to pop off all the time. The front grille is really nicely detailed. You can see these two. It's not going to be hard. It's not going to be easy to pick up on the on screen, but these two are actually plastic insert pieces. You see the Mercedes logo. You see the AMG. You see a bit more of a detailing right here. The fenders have kind of a carbon fiber texture to them. These are not actual textures, they're just prints, but that's fine. Same with the hood. Some more details on the top. Again, we see a Mercedes logo, and the hood opens, as you have probably noticed already. Yeah, Aerocar have a lot of moving parts, which is cool. And again, like, they close really flush, so it does not detract from like the model appeal of it. And even then, the engine details are really nice as well. So this is really sweet. Have like, I would assume searchlights, kind of. I'm not quite perfectly sure, but I would assume that's what they're for. They're really nice. And for these, you can see, just for comparison, even though the Aerocar model is much bigger than the Matchbox version, it actually has like thinner, I don't know what you can call it, pipe pieces. Well, not pipes, you know, like railings. But the railings are thinner as well, and in order to achieve that, they use kind of like a soft plastic, soft rubber for it. I mean, the Matchbox version still look really good, even though it's thick. Like, it's still good quality. It got no complaints here, especially considering the budget they have to work with. But this one is really cool. It's just a lot thinner and more accurate to scale. And you can see the printing on the top of the bed. And you can see more of the same pipes or whatever details at the back. And these are just really soft. You can just feel that. Not perfectly parallel, but that's fine. So parts of it like a little bit bent. That's pretty minor though. It's not even really a complaint. I completely get it. And the backlights are again lensed. You can see a 6x6 and AMG and all that kind of stuff. It's just really cool. It's nicely detailed, you know. It's a cool looking model if you like utility vehicles, if you like trucks. I mean, technically this is not a truck, but it basically is, right? If you like working vehicles, this is a great model. If you like Mercedes, obviously. Something's wrong with the lighting. Yeah, overall, a cool big truck. I'm really glad to get it. Again, it's unfortunate that the middle axle doesn't really turn, just gets yeah, it's definitely rubbing against the fenders, which is unfortunate, but still overall. I say this all the time, I'm not trying to race at anything, so even though I would have liked it better if it's actually rolling, I don't mind that it's not either. So yeah, love it. So cool little thing, well, cool big thing. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.